Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the ECMWF extended model for today's second video, going 42 days slash 6 weeks out with the EC extended. I shall get on with that for you very shortly. It's going to take us into early January. Can you believe that? Wow. So that's coming up in a moment. Just to say about the first video, was our 7 AM upload. We've got GMA Friday, a 10 to 14 day coming up for you as well later on. So please check out all the videos, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. It's a very stormy Friday. So stay safe, stay well, and I hope you're going to have a nice a day as possible. Thank you so much to ECMWF.int for supplying us with the charts. The focus for this Friday video is always on the UK and Ireland. We do the wider European outlook with the EC extended on a Tuesday. Right, so we're going to begin with week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly. This will take us from the 29th of November to the 6th of December. So next week, basically. Next week, we'll have low pressure across much of northern and Central Europe with high pressure out to the west. We will be bringing them in from like a northerly to northwesterly direction. We'll start cold next week, but we will probably gradually start to bring a little bit more influence in from off the Atlantic, so temperatures should begin to lift up. It is a cold scenario for much of northern Europe, I have to say. 500 millibar high tonic from North Pole View down has high pressure out to our west with its trough of low pressure extending into northern central and ultimately eastern parts of Europe. That takes the coldest of the air eastwards, and we start to bring in some slightly modified, milder air from off the Atlantic in towards the UK and Ireland. That's how the temperature anomaly looks for next week. So Northern Europe very cold. Of course, we will start off cold, for the beginning of next week. But then these milder temperatures will move in from the west. So we see the island of the UK going milder. It's quite chilly over on the east side of the country, but across Ireland, western, southwestern areas, it's milder than average. Precipitation-wise, we look like that. So wetter than average through northern and eastern areas, but drier out to west. It's not going to be overly unsettled, but there will be some rain around at times. Right, that's week 1 done. Let's have a look at week 2. This will be the 6th to 13th of December. That's how it's looking. So high pressure again is out to the west and the southwest of the UK and Ireland. Low pressure is up to the north. We're looking rather flat and westerly at this point, bringing wind from off the Atlantic. I imagine that'll be a reasonably mild wind. Could be a little bit of a northwest-southeast alignment to the wind flowing jet stream, though. Low pressure to the north, high pressure to west-southwest. Perhaps bringing in like a west to northwesterly type flow. So probably not overly mild. I think it'd be a little bit above average. Yeah, we see that. Temperatures go a bit above average, but there will be a little bit of a northwesterly tilt to the wind of the jet stream that could allow for some cooler weather at times. Precipitation-wise, in week 2, it's a bit wetter than average through northern areas, a little bit drier than average down to our southwest. Right, that's that one done. Let's have a look at week 3, which will be the 13th to 20th of December. Heading up towards Christmas, we find the trough of low pressure in over Scandinavia. That could bring some very cold weather into Scandi. For us, we're like on the periphery of that. Probably we are losing the high pressure influences out to the west. They're weakening. So, this might be starting to transition into something a little bit cooler, maybe, by the time we get through to there. Let's have a look at the 500 millibar height anomaly. It still looks rather northwest-southeast aligned, really, with jet stream. So low pressure to the north, high pressure to the west and to the southwest, maybe bringing in wind from the west to the northwest once again, probably quite mild. Temperature-wise, we look like that. So the warmest temperatures over western parts of Russia, very mild there. Out to west of Europe, but close to or a little bit above average, and the precipitation anomaly again looks wetter than average to our southwest, driving average to our southwest, should say, wetter than average to our north. I do reckon that could be starting to drag in some cold air into northern Europe, into Scandi. Right, week 4 is going to be the 20th of December to the 27th. This will take us into Christmas period. This is how it looks. Very, very weak signals. Not much to work with there, so I should just put in a couple of question marks. It's not particularly evident what's happening over Christmas, I have to say. Let's see if a 500 millibar height on me sheds more light. Well, that doesn't look very good if you want cold weather for Christmas, because that has high pressure over to the south country, low pressure to the north. rather flat and westerly and southwest. So that'd be a mild Christmas. Expect temperature anomaly mild here. It does. So a mild December shaping up with the EC extended this week, above average temperatures there over Christmas. Precipitation wise, it looks like that. Very weak signals, I would have thought. Quite dry though for more southern areas. Right, let's move to New Year. This will take us from the 27th of December to the 3rd of January. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. High pressure over France, low pressure over Iceland. That will bring in the wind from the west-southwest. That keeps mild weather going into the new year. 500 millibar height anomaly, back sat up. Low pressure up here, high pressure there. Winds flat and westerly. Oh dear. If you want cold weather, it is a case of oh dear. Above average temperatures for Ireland and the UK again. And precipitation-wise, a little bit wetter just to our north, a little bit drier to our south. Right, are we going to get any winter? Let's have a look at week 6, week the 3rd through to 10th of January. That's how it looks. So, really weak signals again. I'll just put in some question marks. Really not evident what's happening. High pressure looks like it's moving more towards the eastern side of Europe, which will probably bring up some milder air into the east of Europe. What's happening in the north and west zone is not, it's not evident. 500 millibar height anomaly, I should say, looks like that. So it still looks pretty mild from a 500 millibar perspective. Still low pressure around Greenland and Iceland. High pressure around the Azores, looking rather flat. And westerly, no sign of anything cold. Up to week 6, temperature anomalies continue to look above average, yeah. Most parts of Europe and the UK and Ireland included in that one. And lastly, precipitation-wise, look like that, a little bit on the wetter side, perhaps more for more northern areas. Oh dear, you got a cold winds, that's not very good. Never mind, it's only one update, and it's just a snapshot. It could look completely different, when we look at this again on Tuesday for the European Outlook or for next Friday. We'll see what Jamie Friday has to say about all of this. That's coming up as your 3rd video today. But for this week's EC Extended, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.